Hey guys, this is Angie at Chicken Scratch, and this is the project we're making today. This is the same box that I made during Chicken Scratch Live number 53 over on Facebook, and it is a book box. So you open it up just like that. It will hold Post-it notes in there. Okay, so I'm going to show you the supplies really quickly. Okay, we've got crumb cake cardstock that measures 6 1/8 by 6 1/8, and then 8 1/2 by 3 3/4. We've got the new Share What You Love Designer Series paper. This is going to be available in May on one of our new bundles, and then again in the annual catalog in June. And it measures, let's see, I've lost my measurements, 8 1/4 by 3 1/2. And then we've got Very Vanilla for our kangaroo here and our welcome. And then Early Espresso for our scallop circle back here. So the first thing we'll do is score the 6 1/8 by 6 1/8 at 1 1/2 inches on all four sides. So 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, and 1 1/2. And while I've got the Simply scored, I'm going to go ahead and score the other piece, the 8 1/2 by 3 3/4. And this is going to get scored at, let's see, 3 1/2 on both sides. So 3 1/2, and then turn it, and 3 1/2. Okay? Now let's go back to this one. We're going to fold on the score lines. You do want your bone folder for this project, especially on the outside of the box, and I'll show that to you in just a minute. Okay, now we're going to take our scissors and just cut up to the score line. And then I'm going to trim this side on both sides, okay? Now, we're ready to put adhesive on those 4 tabs. I'm just going to use my Fast Fuse this morning. Oh, it's got some fuzz on it. So while I'm doing this, head over to my website, leave a comment to enter to win. I do have the kit ready. All I got to add is the ribbon, okay? So that's the supplies to make one of these boxes, including the strip of Designer Series paper. You're going to love that pack of paper. Okay, so there's that. Now for this one, first we're going to fold on the score lines. And then we want to add our 21 inches of crumb cake ribbon. Try to post everything that's already sold out on my website a couple times a week. So I have not posted it over the weekend, but I will make sure that I get it posted today. So I don't think many more items have been added. So now I'm just going to add my adhesive to the Designer Series paper. Uh-oh, it sounds like I'm fixing to run out. And then I'm just going to add it on top here. There we go. Okay, now here's where you really need the bone folder, is when you fold on this existing score line. It's a little thick. Okay? There we go. That makes it way easier to deal with. See? Looks good, doesn't it? Now, the other night I went ahead and sponged the edges before I did all of this, but I'll just do it now. It's a quick and dirty sponging. I just think it kind of gives it kind of ties it in a little bit better with the Designer Series paper. Makes it a little grungier. Okay, there's that part. Now this is going to get added right inside here. Decide which side looks the best. They all look pretty good. And I'm just going to take some tear-in tape and put a couple strips on here. And I'm going to take my paper piercer and peel the backing off. Okay, now place this in here. And when you're placing this in here, make sure you don't go past the score line, and you want to center it on the other 3 sides. So I want to add it close, but not right up against it. Does that make sense? See? And then now I'm just going to take my bone folder, and size-wise, so you can see what will fit in there. A snail will fit, and like I said earlier at the front of the video, a pack of Post-it notes will fit. So now, or actually like 3 packs of Post-it notes. A Post-it note box instead of a book box. Okay, so I'm just going to tie the ribbon in a bow over here on the side. I need to clean that up, but that's good for now. Now, we're going to go ahead and stamp our kangaroo with Memento ink. And just stamp it here on the very vanilla. We'll give that a second to dry, and while it is, we'll go ahead and stamp Welcome with Early Espresso ink down here on this end. Oh, that's a little faded. We need to do that again. Much better. Okay, now we'll set that aside to dry for a second. We're going to take this Stampin' Blends, and we're using Crumb Cake, Ivory, and the Color Lifter. I'm going to start with the dark Crumb Cake, and where the kangaroo has some shading, that's where I'm going to add the dark Crumb Cake. And you can color this kangaroo however you want. You don't have to do it the way I am. Okay, that looks pretty good. Oh, wait, one little piece right here by the neck and the nose. Oh, and let's go ahead and do the little koala. Now we're going to take the light Crumb Cake. Oops, I went outside the line. Sorry. I said on my Facebook Live video the other night that this is my favorite stamp set in the new annual catalog, and whatever artist drew this at Stampin' Up, please make more. I love it so much. Yeah, they're darling. Okay, I think I'm done with the, oh wait, we got to do the little bear. I think it's cute that he's in there. Okay, so now I'm going to take the ivory. This might be, I think Friday might have been the first time I've used the ivory in a video. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to it, but I think it is. Okay, now I'm going to take the color lifter and I'm going to lift some of that ivory out of there, okay? So I'm just going to go in a circular motion, just kind of pull some of that back out. You can't see it just yet, but you will in a few minutes. Okay, now we're going to get the Big Shot out, and we're using the stitch-shaped framelets and the Layer in Circles framelets. You guys know these are my staple framelets that I use a lot. Love them. Okay, so let me move this over. So I've got the Big Shot, the magnetic platform, and a cutting pad. We will start with the Early Espresso Scallop Circle. And now we're going to cut our kangaroo out. Mama Roo. We call Bella Bella Roo. I don't know why, but we like that little Roo. Okay, let's pop this out of here. There we go. And then now, where's my greeting? We're going to cut this out using the classic label punch. It's just the perfect size to start with. And we're going to take our scissors and just trim it, make it smaller. There we go. We want to get the crumb cake back out with our sponge. Oh wait, not crumb cake yet. First we want to add a little sky behind the roux. And I'm going to take a sponge and just kind of lightly brush. So the soft sky ink pad, or the soft sky color in general, is retiring. So this is typically the color I use for coloring the sky. Okay, now we're going to take the crumb cake and sponge around the edges. And I think during my live video I used our little sponge daubers, but you can use whatever you have. They both work. The sponge daubers gives a little bit heavier of a sponging, which I think I used that on the box, and I used the sponge on the circle here and on the greeting. I just want to make sure I don't smear this. I actually, we have a new neighbor, and I'm wondering, does this really mean welcome to a baby, or can it be a welcome to anyone? So when y'all head over to my website and leave me a comment to let me know, to enter to win the kit to make this project, you can tell me, would this be okay to give to a new neighbor, or is this just a welcome baby? Yeah, is it just a welcome baby greeting? I don't know. Sometimes I'm not sure what's appropriate or not, you know? I would be happy if someone gave this to me, but maybe it does mean welcome new baby. I don't know. I'm rattling. So now I'm going to take some mini Stampin' Dimensionals and place it on, I want to place it on the side that's going to attach here. Not so much over here, because then it would be off center. Okay. So I'm just going to peel this off and add it right to the front. Super cute, right? Have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye.